I think more girls should learn how to DJ, so I'm going to teach you how to DJ. I touched on this a little bit on episode 3 on how to set your hot cues. Essentially what hot cue is, when you press down the hot cue, it will jump straight to that place that you've put that hot cue in. So hot cues are done by letters. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H maybe? I'm not sure how far it goes, but it's done by letters. Say you set, for example, hot cue C. When you click the button for hot cue C, it will take you straight to the hot cue C. That's basically what hot cue is. A good way to use hot cues is to set a mix in point and a mix out point. You don't have to do that for every song. I personally don't really do that much, but I found it beneficial when I was starting to DJ and I was learning about where the different phrases of songs were, so that's a good way to start. Another thing you can use hot cues for is setting where the vocals start. So a lot of people like to bring songs in where the vocals are, or do like effects like tease in the vocals, so you'll just tap the hot cue. Another place you can put hot cues is where the main drops are, such as the chorus or the breakdown. Yeah, essentially wherever you put the hot cue, whenever you click that hot cue, it's going to take you to that place, so you can use that as freely as you like. There's so many different ways that you can use it, but that's just to name a few. The next thing that's really useful for mixing is looping. Looping is used to repeat the sound, and it also allows you to extend the playtime of a track. Some examples for that, it's really good if you use it if you're running out of time to mix, or say for example it's about to go into the breakdown, you've got a really long breakdown and then you still haven't brought your new song in, you can just loop the chorus so it just keeps going. I also really like to use looping for repeating vocals, so you can do a lot of like vocal effects with looping. But yeah, essentially looping is just repeating whatever sound you loop, and you need to do it in time as well. You can't just put a loop wherever because it will sound out of time. If you record box your tunes like I explained in one of the first videos, you can click a button on the decks called quantize, and then when you loop it will do the loop in time with the lines that you've set, if that makes sense, because sometimes it can be a bit off. When you're doing looping out loud, it will just clang if it's not quantized. So quantizing is a really good tool to use with looping. I'm going to touch a little bit more on beat matching again because I have an additional tip. So something I recommend doing if you're still struggling with beat matching, obviously it will come down to practicing, it's going to take a long time, but if you go onto YouTube and then type in metronome and then X amount BPM, so for example I play all my songs at 140, so I'll put into YouTube metronome 140 BPM, then a metronome will come up in a video, and just clap along. So every time you hear it, just clap, because that's you clapping in time, just to get yourself used to hearing things in time. Another good thing that I do all the time with mixing is chopping, or some people like to call it cutting. So that's basically where you bring the fader in and out, and you either tease in a song or you tease out a song. You chop up and down between songs and you kind of blend them together. This technique is used a lot in grime music, so if you play grime, it's something you should get used to, but please note that you need to know how to beat match before you chop. In the next video, I'll actually talk about how to market yourself, how to get gigs, and everything that aligns with that topic. Because a few people have been messaging me asking like, how do you get gigs and stuff, and ultimately it is down to networking, but I will go into more detail about it in the next episode. So yeah, have a lovely day everybody.